everyone, and welcome back to Art with Miss Choate. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. And what we're going to be doing today, again, we're linking up with my mom, Miss Nucha, at the Winfield Public Library. She's reading a book about weeds today, so I figured I'd go outside as well. And so if you have the ability to go outside, I'd like you to go on a scavenger hunt and look for some weeds. And we're going to turn those weeds into bugs, into creatures, into animals, whatever we can have our imagination create. So we're going to go look for some things, and we're going to go back inside and then arrange them and see what kind of bugs we can make. So let's go find our art supplies. The first thing I would do when we're getting our nature art ready is I would maybe grab a book or a blank sheet, and we're not going to glue it onto this, but if we want to at the end, we could press, and that way they come out flat. And if we want to at that point, we could glue them, or we can just let them exist as they are. The other fun thing you can do, if you have it, is if you have a picture frame with some glass, you could actually put these on top of the glass and then press it inside the frame. So I'm going to start arranging and seeing what I collected. Now what you collected obviously will be different than mine. I love these little weeds, and honestly they can even be a little landscape. I love them as trees. That just happens so naturally. So I have these. I have some leaves. Now honestly these might not all have been weeds. Don't tell on me. Did a lot of weeding a few days ago, and I really wanted some leaves. So I'm gonna pick some, and I'm gonna leave some on in case, like, maybe this could be its own animal. I have a blade of grass somehow, but that's fine. And then I really liked these. These remind me of tails or ears. So I have a bunch of those. I even grabbed some sticks because I figured these could be bodies. Grabbed an older leaf. And we can also draw on these. Now mine are a little wet because I went out pretty early in the morning. And so my grass is still damp. So we're going to see what we can arrange these into. Start to let your imagination roll. This might take you a couple minutes. Don't rush into it. Now you can also cut these. There's no rules against that. There's no rules in general. So I'm going to cut this to be the head. And that's going to go there. And now I'm going to start thinking, maybe I want some wings. So I might cut this one in half. And this one I found underneath the tree, and you can see it's actually old and it's starting to decay away, which I think is so beautiful, like a wing. So maybe these feel kind of big for that body, but I still really do like them. I'm gonna move these guys away. They're not part of my plan anymore. And as you start to go, you'll start to have a really good plan. And you'll start to see your vision. I wish this would fold. And maybe you do decide you want to glue yours. I definitely want to put some eyes on my head. And you can even draw in details around it. Oh, you know what? These could be the antennas. Love it. I'm so excited about that. Those are my antennas. And maybe it'd be weird if he had a tail. So I think that's my first bug. Let's see what else I could make as my second bug. So for my second one, I'm thinking about this being the body. And maybe, let's see what kind of these could work. Remember, you can overlap them, you can play with them. This might end up existing as a photo. You could ask a parent to take a photo of this. or maybe they exist, like I said, in that picture frame, or maybe you glue them down and you press them into this book and they'll exist like this forever. So I'm liking that. It's kind of looking like a dragonfly. I need to add a head. So maybe if I could find one that's a little more circular. But again, we can cut. So I'm going to cut this one. Give it a nice head. And before I even put it there, I'm going to put my eyes because I liked adding the eyes. And it's so easy to cut leaves. It's also easy to draw on them. So if you want to add more detail, you can. I think I'm going to put that underneath. You know what? I think that's too big. And that's why we're playing. There we go, that's a better head. You could even add other details if you wanted it to have lines on its wings. You don't just have to do the little bit that you have. You can add more. You can play more. So there I have my dragonfly, maybe this other bug with wings. Then I also have these flowers that are inside that have been drying. So, and I knew I wanted to bring them into art somehow. So maybe they could be like this kind of butterfly. This could be its body right here. Oh, I'm liking that. And that could just be a really simple little one. Maybe little, it's too much, but maybe these as a little antenna. Oops. Maybe only one is on there. And we can play. We can see what else we can create. Yours are going to be different than mine, but I want you to know that even if you are running out of art supplies, even if you don't have much, if you can go outside, you can turn nature into all sorts of creatures. So take your time and see what you can make. So I hope you had fun collecting nature, going on a little scavenger hunt outside for weeds or plants or whatever is in your area. And I hope you did it safely. I should have said that at the beginning. Please, I hope if you're watching the whole thing through before you go out, social distance always, and make sure that we stay safe and wash our hands when we come back inside. And hopefully you were able to experiment and play with some different things. And if you've been running out of steam with the art supplies you have in the house, maybe this helps rejuvenate you, or you're running out of paint. You don't need paint. We can use what we have outside. So I hope you have a wonderful day and tune in with me tomorrow for Art with Miss Choate. And remember, if you haven't already, go check out Miss Nucha's reading of the book Weeds. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.